I have a shameless plug. I really, really appreciate you guys listening in some ways to my conversations about identity, but did you know that chatting isn't the only thing I do? I love to paint. And now you can have a bit of my art in your house. It also makes great gifts, by the way. So check it out at aubreyjeanart.etsy.com. That's aubreyjeanart.etsy.com. And also hit me up on Instagram at my handle, aubreyjeanart. I'd love to hear from you. Welcome to 132nd Cherokee. Join me as I explore why being 132nd of something doesn't keep me from bragging about it. I'm your host, Aubrey Jean. In the morrows. I think that means see you tomorrow, as my Jamaican friend tried to teach me her dialect in this episode. I am not an expert at it. And she discusses with me how there is more classism in Jamaica and how having so many cultures and races can affect how people navigate in her communities. And a note up front, the audio isn't the best. There are some background noises that are kind of fun, but I had to leave them in. And it felt to me like the ambience told us a little bit about my guest and her neighborhood. So thanks for hanging in there. And if you have questions for my guest, just let me know. I'll see what she has to say and I'll share it with you. Enjoy, my friend from Jamaica.
I think everybody should have a little garden in the back of their yard because everybody should know how to feed their stuff. And this is Jamaica. Everywhere we go, you find a tree. It doesn't matter if it's in the town, the country, you find a tree. I have Aki. You know Aki?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I have 3 Aki trees in my yard.
That's neat.
And I have a pepper tree growing right here. And you don't know me. You don't know noni. You wouldn't know what's a noni tree. I have a noni tree.
No, I don't.
And I have tomato sprouting right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I live in the town. I live in the town. And next door they have apple tree and they have Jew plum tree. I don't think you would know what's a Jew plum. And
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, and I have another neighbor that have mango tree
Ooh,
and
I like
guava and banana and coconut and breadfruit. So the list goes on and on. Like every yard you can find something. Lime tree over the other yard. You have Aki tree.
Do you guys trade?
Trade.
Like, if like if somebody has a lime tree and you want some limes, do you trade with like what, with your neighbor?
Okay, so they don't have a problem if we just go there and say, hey, we're gonna pick some lime off the tree, and they say, okay, cool, and that's it. Even if they pick without their permission, and they won't say anything. But most of the time we prefer if they're there to ask them. So like people will come over my yard early in the morning. We have to tell them that they need to stop coming early in the morning. They used to come early, very early in the morning, and we have to tell them that they need to stop. So they start coming in the evening hours now and picking the akis, and then they go out and they sell it. So because we know that that's their living, we don't really stop them from it. Only thing, we just make sure they don't break down anything trying to get into the yard.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, in Jamaica, we don't have our fence we don't have our place open. We have fence.
Everybody has like fenced in walls?
Yes. Everybody, yeah.
That's helpful. That's kind of neat too. I liked when you were listing all of those and you had all the different trees like in everybody's different yard. So it didn't seem like there's a lot of people who had the same kind of thing. You had a lot of variety. I liked that. It was like a whole grocery store right there. Do you have a cultural identity?
I'm Jamaican. Jamaican culture, like if we're mixed with a lot of stuff, so I'm not sure. We're out of 21 people, so we got like here we got whites, black, Indian, Chinese, all different races. So we're not just one individual. We're mixed with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, how does that work? So when you have all of that mix of all these different cultures and it kind of just melds into being Jamaican?
I think we just learn how to navigate around each other, not with each other, even though we're so many people, we don't mix well. At the end of the day, We have classism. We don't have racism here. We have classism.
So you're saying that like in your culture, there's so many different groups, and they kind of stay on their own. They don't mix with each other.
No, not really.
So do you feel like those other groups like assign you characteristics and they just kind of stereotype you?
Somewhat. Because I was working for an Indian lady, and to me as a Jamaican to just keep referring to us as you people, you people. Every time you're doing something, you're generalizing all of us.
How do you deal with it? Is it hard?
I think we learn as Jamaicans we learn not to take things too seriously. We laugh at the most serious time. It's like laughter would take any pain away, I could say. Like anything you feel, anytime you feel like angry or any other thing, you laugh or take it into a joke. I think that's just a coping mechanism.
Do you find that you do that?
A lot. We make two jokes and then we just walk it off and like call it a day.
Sorry, I was reminded, I don't think that I do that all the time, but I was reminded that just the other day I had a very serious, very sad conversation with my partner. And my way of coping was like that, just making a joke. Not to diminish or belittle it, but just to also find humor in the very sad stuff that we were discussing. I don't think that he took it very well.
Just ease the pressure of whatever it is that is like keeping you from just moving on. At the same time, it holds you back because you're not taking it serious enough, and then down the line, whatever it is, it's gonna affect you more than it's gonna affect you more than in the moment when you were supposed to be dealing with it. To me, if I owe you, I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna come to you and pay you. If you owe me, I expect the same thing. If you don't, I'm not. Even though it's mine, I will not go to you and ask for it. I just feel that that's very embarrassing.
I find it embarrassing too. No, I find it embarrassing too.
Yes, you're like, hey, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you if you can give me the money that you borrowed and promised me that you were gonna give me like 2-3 months ago, but hey, you didn't bring it, so I'm coming to you now. And Jamaicans have a style. If you don't understand my Patwah, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna tell you what they say. Okay? Okay, you're listening? Okay, go to a Jamaican. You don't even have to go to them. You just pass and say, oh, man, I forgot. I still have the thing for you. Just hold up, man. Or if you see them again and they were like, oh, the money I want me to spend, and my money, somebody send me out. So let me tell you, when they're saying that, they're saying this money that I'm spending is not mine. Someone tell me to go to the shop and buy something, so it does not belong to me. So they're trying to tell you from early on. Once you see them with something, it's not theirs, even when it's theirs. It's not theirs, never theirs. Or they're always telling you they don't forget you. As in, when they see you, they're like, I don't forget you now. Remember that I have this thing for you. It's a running joke for us. When we know when Jamaicans owe somebody, or them like they'll be like, oh, boy, I'm gonna get paid today, let me wait on a pay them boss, yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know if you understand what I said a while ago.
Oh, that's funny.
Understand? You understand what I said? Did you understand what the last sentence I said?
I understood a lot of it, I thought.
Oh, yeah, cool. Then you can speak Patwah.
Oh, okay. Oh, neat. I don't know if I could actually say it. I don't know how appropriate it is for me to try to say it again, but.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna tell you now. We find it really funny when other races try to sound like us. It cracks us up all the time.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but we make fun of you.
it's just like, wagwan.
Wagwan. But them always say, wagwan, man. And I was like, what? And it's not, they keep on saying MON, but it's MAN, like regular man. But we just say man. It's an old thing. But people, like, other Black Americans always think that we're upset, and they're always saying
Huh.
something about it. But honestly, we don't care. We just laugh, and we find it funny when people, because at the end of the day, where we have black, white, Chinese, Indian, all different races. We have a place named Coolitown. We have a place named Coolitown. So Coolitown are the Indians that is mixed with black and Indian.
Yeah, the
So
coolies.
yeah. So we have a place named Coolitown. You see, if you go there in that little area there, so
Okay.
we're all mixed. You understand?
Yeah, mixed
We're all
race.
so yeah. So we don't take, if we see white, it's not nothing new to us. It's not like we're
Right.
like, oh, that's a white person. If we see celebrity, it's nothing not new to us, because majority of the celebrity here was like next door neighbors or stuff. So we don't take it as nothing, and we don't go around like the paparazzi. I see all paparazzi doing some crazy stuff. We don't do that. We like, hey, or we
Mm.
don't. We just like, oh, that's a celebrity over there, and continue our journey. We don't go crazy like you guys go. I'm sorry, but if we catch them out on the road and we take a pic of them, then fine. But we're not gonna corrode them. And Jamaica is a small country, talk about race topic, because it's like touchy subject. I used to watch like like every Black History, they normally send like these slavery show. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I once I got older, I decided I'm not gonna watch them anymore, because if you think about it, those shows don't really teach you much. They only make you angry. And the thing is, I think that we're stuck in the past so much about racism.
Mm.
We don't move forward. We don't learn. We don't know our history other than slavery. Black people do not know their history other than slavery, because everything being taught to them is about slavery, not what they create, not what was before they became
Mm.
who they are. I get people angry when I say stuff like that. So I'm saying it's like your mind is locked to all the possibilities, so you're stuck in something that happened so long ago and don't want to move forward from it. So you kind of tap into that ability that you have, because you don't want to change. You want to blame someone else for all the rest of the failures in your life,
Mm.
instead of owning up to it. I don't know that.
No, I think that's really insightful. I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard because you're right. I think you're right, but I mean,
I
it's
will
hard
get as
because,
a black person saying this, I will get crucified. I know that.
well, I mean, if I said it, it would also be really bad, right? Um,
Yes,
but that's
definitely.
the thing, because our identity is so close to us. It's so personal, and some people, like you said, they really associate their identity as being um, part of the slavery issues and stuff, and yeah, there's more to people than just that. That's true. And I if people want to explore that and talk about that with me, I'm okay with it.
And this too, people should understand. Even though African slavery was it was what, 400 years. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, they were slaves in Africa before Christopher
Right.
Columbus came and took them. They were slaves. Slavery is not new, and it's not just it. The problem is that it was so long for us.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there's slavery is not new. It's something even in if you read in the Bible, the Bible, it even tell you about the slave, or they enslaved the Jews and stuff. And
Hmm.
everybody did have slaves. I know that even David, David, David's supposed to have slave working for him. I'm sure all of his servants them wasn't equal. I know probably a majority of them was probably slave. not eating properly, not getting enough food, living over nowhere, not even getting wages. Who knows? We don't know because
Right.
we don't know all of these stuff. I wish people would just open their minds and see and stop seeing like exactly the things that is in front of them and the stuff behind of what is in front of them, because they're just focusing on what is in front of them and not seeing everything else, the bigger picture. And that's why I feel like we can come from all of this, because all sides are thinking one way. All sides are saying, hey, you keep blaming us for something our ancestors did and acting up, and the other one say, oh, you don't change, you're just like the people that enslave us. I'm scared of there. I'm telling you honestly, as a black person, I'm scared. I'm telling you, I would not take up and say, hey, I'm going to America because I'm scared. I'm black and I'm scared. Because that's what every time you turn on a TV, that's what the news, everything, that's what they show you.
Right.
Like, black can't survive in America, and it makes you scared because you're like, hey, if I go there and one day a cop pull me over, will I make it? That's what they show on the news. So that makes you worry because you don't know I'm not from there, so I don't know the situation exactly over there. And I don't understand why people can't get along. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all bleed. We all bleed red. At the end of the day, we're all human. I know that there's unjust in this world. Like definitely, there's a lot of unjust in this world. But people go about it so wrong. It end up cause more disaster than healing. When I see things, I want to go to the deep root of it instead of just like top layer, because that does not give you a lot of information. That just I'm sorry.
Does your friends and family, do they accuse you of being too deep?
Huh? Can you repeat
My
that?
friends and family, sometimes they're like, Aubrey, when you speak, you always speak about really deep things. And I just wondered if you also find that.
No. Here?
No?
No, I talk too much.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, definitely. That's
that's
why you
funny.
get my head
They
every time.
say I'm very serious when I talk sometimes.
No, they say I talk too much. I don't know how to
Oh.
answer myself. But the thing is, I try to see like I'm a person like kind of see in just keep my mouth shut. I don't know how to, and I don't know to let things go. I will see something and I'm like, okay, just just pretend you don't see. I'll be walking and talking to myself like this. Just pretend you don't see anything. Just continue your journey. Don't say anything. Just continue. And then the next minute, I find myself right in front of the situation, like, hey, you were wrong there. You shouldn't have done that. Or, you know, I find myself right in front of it. So I don't know how to. I need to stop though. I need to stop because people keep on telling me that I just need to start minding my own business. I just need to do that. Once I do that, I'm cool. But I don't know what to do. I like fear. I like things fear. Fear. If an argument, like say, my cousins are arguing or stuff, and I'm sitting and I'm asking questions. And like, you always ask questions. You're not saying it well. I like to know what I'm getting myself in before I say it. And I'm like, oh yeah, you were wrong right there, and then yeah, but you were wrong right there, and then it's like you don't know how to pick a side, blah. No,
Right.
so it's not like that. I like fairness, and that will never stop. Every everything I list for everyone to just have equal. I need balance. And if it's not balanced, if one is more heavy than one, it's like it's gonna play in my mind nonstop until everything is right. I don't know.
It's a lot of effort.
Right. I just want everybody to be happy. I wish I could make the world happy, like everybody happy, which is kind of, it would be sad because there's no way. Everybody have to learn how to process every emotion. So, yeah, I watched the, I don't know, how old are you? May I ask? I'm sorry, can I ask your age?
What?
Can I ask your age? May I ask your age? I don't know.
Yeah. How old am I? I'm 36, 37. I just had a birthday. I forget. How old are you?
I'm 26 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I look like
There'll come a time when you'll forget how old you are.
No, the thing is, I look like I'm a kid, like a teenager.
Oh.
Yeah. So people, I always get idea. I don't know. Say because I don't grow up. That's why. That's why I won't grow. I won't age because I'm not grown up. You know. I don't know. And in my mind, I'm more grown than majority of them. I'm more mature than all of them compare. Yes, and practice some Patwah for me. I'm just saying.
Practice for what? Somewhat?
Practice some Patwah.
Is that that fruit? Oh no. Oh, that's the dialect.
Yes.
I can't practice any of that. Well, okay, you tell me something to say and I'll say it, and then I'm going to go. I don't know your dialect.
Wait. In the Maros.
In the Marov?
Is the in the Maros.
In the Maro? In the
Maros.
Maro.
No.
Okay.
Sound like saying tomorrow.
It's like saying tomorrow, so it's like in the morrow?
Yeah, in the morning or in the Maros.
In the Maros.
Yeah, or in the morning.
In the morning.
It depends. I'm just trying to, you know, bro. You if you speak it, trust me, to a Jamaican, and you speak it good, trust me, they will praise you.
Oh, thanks.
They will praise you.
1/32 Cherokee with Aubrey Jean, and with all the favors I can cash in. Produced by me, Aubrey. Executive produced by nobody, because I don't know what that means. The Anchor app by Spotify holds my hand for all the engineering. The music is also found on Anchor. You can rate and review this show on many podcast platforms someday, and you might find your review featured on a future episode. Or I might burn it in effigy. Got comments? Send me a message at anchor.fm/Aubrey-Jean. That's anchor.fm/Aubrey-Jean.